So today I am going to start with some of my friends. They are asking, they want to learn about INCOTERMS. My Malayalam, they are watching my Malayalam videos, but they are not able to understand that. So I am trying this in English. Maybe this is a very bad thing, but I am just starting that for the sake of starting. So basically, INCOTERMS is international commercial terms. These are some terms like X-work, FOB, CFR. We often find in the shipping documents like purchase order, or in many documents we can see this document. This is a trade term. This indicates the trade term between the buyer and seller. What the seller needs to do in a shipment, what the buyer needs to do in a shipment, that is indicated by the international trade terms. Then we have 11 INCOTERMS as per 2020 publication of International Chamber of Commerce. ICC is the body. International Chamber of Commerce is the organization. They are publishing INCOTERMS every year, not every year, 10 years. After 10 years, they will revise and publish the new revisions are made within 10 years. Okay, that is all about the theoretical part. Let us look into one example. Like if there is a cargo movement from Cochin to Dubai port. Cochin, suppose if there is a seller, ABC in seller, and the buyer is XYZ, you just assume that. And in that cargo movement, before we are finalizing the cargo movement, suppose the ABC is a small exporter. He is having only a few exposure to international trade, but his product is sample, very good product, and the buyer is very satisfied about the product. The buyer wants the product anyhow. He is contacting the seller, but seller is saying, no, I don't know anything about the shipment. I will do one thing. I will ready my cargo in my factory. You go and collect the cargo from my factory. How we can represent this transaction in a legal document like purchase order? That is one question. If I am writing like according to the buyers or according to the agreement, as a seller, I will ensure the cargo ready in my factory. The buyer will pick. If we are writing like that, what will happen? Eventually, there will be a lot of confusion. We people, as a Malayali, I am comfortable in Malayalam, but my English is okay. But some people, they won't understand that, and there will be a lot of confusion. To avoid that confusion, basically we are representing this transaction using these three alphabets. FOB, like FOB, XORC, so and so. That is all about INCOTERMS. So INCOTERMS basically represent seller, the transaction, the trade terms between buyer and seller. The trade terms like who is responsible for moving the cargo, till what point, the risk point, where is the risk, where till what point the seller is having the risk, from what point the buyer is having the risk, and the insurance, who is responsible for taking the insurance. Everything is we can understand by looking at the INCOTERMS in the purchase order.